Time is 6:50 here this Wednesday. Your Sunrise Smart Start before you head out the door. Happening today, a new law is in effect giving terminally ill New Yorkers an end-of-life option. Ron Spitzer is live for us with more on this controversial measure and the response from this community. Ron.
Brennan, the Medical Aid in Dying Act allows eligible adults with less than 6 months to live who are terminally ill to request medication to end their lives. The law includes several safeguards, including approval from 2 physicians and a mental health evaluation. Patients must also be able to take the medication themselves.
I feel incredibly proud that we've been able to get this far. I also carry so many people who wanted this for themselves and for others that have died waiting.
The Roman Catholic Diocese voiced concerns with Bishop John Bonici releasing a statement saying the legislation, quote, fails to uphold the dignity of every human person, especially those who are most vulnerable. We also spoke with the Center for Disability Rights in Rochester, which shared concerns over the legislation for those with a disability, including medical timelines, financial implications, and more.
So the people that are being given an opportunity to kill themselves are disabled people and not other folks. So if you are non-disabled and you say you want to die, the medical profession gives you, suicide prevention services. If you have a significant disability and they determine that you only have, you have a shorter period of time to live, they basically give you the means to kill yourself. And we see that as fundamentally discriminatory.
In a joint statement from the University of Rochester Medicine and Rochester Regional Health, they say, quote, we are committed to responding to the new law thoughtfully, ethically, and with respect and compassion for the diverse values of our patients, families, and healthcare professionals. We will ensure that patients and families have their questions and concerns addressed by knowledgeable healthcare professionals so they can make informed decisions. I also spoke with staff over at Touching Hearts at Home. That's a hospice care services organization. And they say that this law provides those that are terminally ill with options, peace of mind, and more autonomy so they have those preferences met when the time comes for that end-of-life care. Brennan?
Ron, thank you. New this morning, we have some just heartbreaking new details on the murder-suicide that led to the deaths of 4 children in Mechanicville at the hands of their grandmother and mother. Harper, Hudson, Gavin, and Gracelyn Harmon were found dead inside their apartment a few weeks ago alongside their mom, Sarah Myers, and grandma, Amy Stedman. Police say the 2 women planned the killings before taking their own lives. Authorities shared more with the time frame of these homicides yesterday. The 4 children were killed June 10th. Officers did conduct welfare checks the 13th and 17th, but on those visits never entered the apartment. The bodies were not found until the 23rd, 13 days after they were killed. They also say there was a letter signed by Amy Stedman accusing the children's father of abuse and taking responsibility for the murders. The father denies the abuse allegations, and police were never able to independently verify those claims. Using data from cell phone records and internet search history, they found the children's mom and grandmother began planning the killings no later than June 5th.
Those conversations documented discussions regarding obtaining medications, where the murders would occur, how those medications would be administered, how the children would be brought together, what they would be told, and how suspicion could be avoided.
Police say Stedman visited multiple pharmacies, and Myers directed her to give the children the drugs June 10th before a scheduled call with their father. The plan did not go as they had plotted. Messages show the children were actually aware of the poisoning. Police say searches included medical reactions and fatal stab wounds. They identified Gavin as the young victim who suffered sharp force injuries prior to his death. Toxicology results are still pending on that. A federal judge has ruled New York cannot ban federal agents from wearing masks and require them to wear visible ID. The laws, which were included as part of the new state budget, ban those officers from wearing masks on duty. The Trump administration argues the requirement violates the supremacy clause in the Constitution, preventing states from regulating federal law enforcement. The governor and the state AG, Tish James, say they're pursuing other legal options about the mask, but also celebrated the upholding of the Local Cops, Local Crimes Act. which stops federal agents from commandeering local officers in federal cases. The upper stage of a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket believed to have crashed into the moon this morning, an unplanned impact after floating around in space for about a year and a half. Now, after the impact today, there will be a long period of study from experts at NASA and SpaceX alike to figure out what exactly we can learn from a crash of this magnitude. NASA wants to put a base on the moon by 2032, so impacts like this one will give these scientists extremely useful insight on what we have to do to prepare for unexpected collisions and to keep future astronauts safe. Countries around the world have signed the Artemis Accords, which commits explorers to responsibly disposing of space debris. Happening today, the town of Irondequoit having a listening session to get feedback from the community after its application was approved by the state for $4.5 million in future development. This is the 9th round of the downtown revitalization initiative. For Irondequoit, the supervisor tells News 8 the funding will help support businesses and strengthen the town's tightest Cooper-Hudson commercial district. He says the goal is to make it a more walkable and pedestrian-friendly town square. Sunrise traffic here 5 minutes ago until 7. Just want to show you a view outside. We've got a lot of sunshine already today. More of that to come in the heat building. Final forecast coming up in just a little bit. Coming up tonight, Concerts by the Shore is back at Ontario Beach Park at 7. Got parking available if you want to go at the beach parking lots. On stage performing, it's Indigo Breeze. If you can't make it this evening, still have 3 more chances this month before the series wraps up for summer. Join us tonight for the News 8 Backyard Barbecue. The 5 grand prizes this year. How about a hot tub, a new grill smoker set, some patio chairs, table to go with it, gift cards to Garden Factory or Tandoy Asphalt and Seal Coating. Enter for your chance to win admission. Coming to hang out one of our backyard barbecue events, or the prizes through the 22nd. You're looking for a code word in our evening broadcast for the bonus entries. It all gets going tonight at 5. And I hear one football team from Western New York, the mascot, might be here.
That'll be fun.
On Humboldt this afternoon.
Nice. We open invite to all mascots.
Yes, we sure. Listen. Bring them all. Spikes, whoever it may be.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I do think that the barbecue starts off dry.
Okay.
Maybe wanting to check radar, though, throughout that, as there is still that 20% chance of an isolated shower or thunderstorm late in the day for the second half of it. We'll go isolated on Thursday and then more scattered on Friday. Best chance for rain there, showers and thunderstorms throughout the day. And then, yeah, can't get quite rid of it. Saturday, we'll keep an eye on those storms. But high temperatures today should be the warmest. A little humid out there. But otherwise, nice little stretch as we get towards the weekend.
We'll see you at 9 o'clock, live half an hour for our podcast, Second Cup of Sunrise on the Rochester First streaming app, if I can log in.
Yeah, that's right.
I've got
some login issues.
I have an issue with corporate IT. They said change your password by the end of the week.
Yeah.
I did, and guess what?
Yeah.
I'm out.
Didn't happen. They said, nice try.
We'll see what I can do. Get the time card done, right? CBS Mornings on the way at 7. We'll see you back here at 7:25.
Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 On Demand. Plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.